first video ever with the new GoPro. Just wanted to test the quality out on my way home from the store. But we're going to be using this thing to film a lot of fishing adventures and some stuff for my painting company. So should be fun. Never really used a GoPro, so see how she works. Anyway, next we're going to go and grab our minnow traps out of the water, so stick around. Here we are. Wait for it. And boom. I love this lake. I got my traps right down here. Well, let me just get on out of here and I'll show you. Gosh. So beautiful. See minnows all around it though. Oh yes, look at that. Big old mud minnows in there. That is a really good sign. So that was a huge success. I tried that spot a week ago or so and I didn't get a single minnow out of it. So it's only been in there like maybe 2 hours and it looked like we had, I don't know, 15, 20 nice sized minnows. So I'm gonna go get my bait bucket and I don't know, we might give it a little longer, see how many more, but I'm gonna go check this other trap and we'll see if this spot's working. Rolling up on spot number 2 on this little overflow pond right back here. Just pull off right to the side. I'm not as hopeful about this one. See any minnows swimming around in here, but we're gonna just pull it out real quick and check it. It's a good spot right down here by this pipe. Oh, there's a couple minnows in there in the water. Let's pull the trap. And nothing. Alright, we're gonna take this with us and put it next to the first one. Okay, this is where our first one was. I think I'm just gonna let that one keep on collecting minnows. We're gonna go down here to this little runoff. This is a big old hole that's just filled with warmouths, so they might be eating all the minnows up. Ooh, it's looking nasty right now too. But I don't know, we're gonna try it. Gosh, that is gnarly looking. Give it the old toss. Let's see how that does for us. Let's stick this right there. He's in there. All right, we'll check back later. Everyone meet Rue. Rue, meet everyone. Come here. Put your little princess harness on. Come here. Put it on. There you go. Just say anything to the camera, Rue? You just want to go run in the field, don't you? Well, that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's go. It's right around this bend of the lake where she gets really excited. She knows Dad's gonna let her off the leash to run hog wild. Oh, come over here, Rue. We don't want you getting run over. She knows what's coming. You ready, Roo? You ready to run? Are you ready? All right. Let's see how fast you are. Ready? Go. No eating dead fish. And that's what she's going for. They're all over. Come here, Roo. Not a bad spot to walk my dog every day. That's just embarrassing. So this is what I was trying to describe in the earlier clip. I don't know, what would you call this? A runoff, a dam, overflow, overspill. I don't know, but the fish love it. And this is where I'm gonna toss those minnows at, is right next to this thing, and hopefully we can pull out a big old crappie. Look at that little water snake. If he comes back up, I'm gonna yoink him. Guys see the turtle? Let's see if we can go say hi to him. There he goes. Go ahead and get this trash out of here. Gotta keep our water clean. Especially from styrofoam. Let's see if we got any worms left. Ew. Not in the slightest, and that stinks. Ooh. We heading home, Roo? You get a good walk? Yeah, I thought so. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of what our next video is going to be about. This is the room that I breed snakes in. Amongst other things. Tarantulas. Geckos. But, most importantly, ball pythons. This guy's deep in shed, so his eyes are all zombie-like. He's gonna shed his skin soon. Yeah, I've got over 50 snakes in here. Just had a clutch of about 10 babies. Here's some of the older ones. All kinds of cool stuff going on in the snake room. All these babies are about to shed. More to come on this room. I could go on and on for hours, but just wanted to give you a sneak peek. Oh, and this girl shed for us. She's so pretty. Alright, back to fishing. Two of my favorite things. Gengar, bubbly. Listen to her purr. You know, I bought this truck 6 months ago, 9 months ago-ish. And I've poured about double what I paid for it back into it because it was not as advertised. But, you know, that's okay. She's my fishing truck. She's nice to have. I can just fillet fish right on the tailgate and not really care. Alright, so what we have here is a bait bucket with an aerator made by Fraybill. Most people who fish a lot have heard of them. But it's got a little compartment here. Fill it with water. There's the aerator. And it keeps your bait alive. So this is what we're going to be using to keep our minnows alive. And I think we're gonna have a lot of them. Oh yeah. She's chock full. Honestly, not quite as many as I thought. And those aren't even minnows. Those are warmouths, I think. Those are baby warmouths. Yeah, those are baby warmouths. Look at that. Hard to hold on to. There we go. Look at that. That's crazy. Well, they're the size we want. So, we're gonna go ahead and use them, I guess. See what we can get. We might get more bass than anything. 5, 6, 7, 8. That is interesting. They're super pretty too. Alright. Bait bucket on. We're gonna toss this back in. Alright, so we're just gonna start with using this little jig head. We're just gonna kind of drag them along the bottom, let them swim around, see if there's anything down there lurking, waiting for them. Guys, is that what I think it is? I think I just found a frog. Yep. It's a good old frog. Nice. Alright, so I also wanted to just throw out a little Carolina rigged pole, just so that fish is anchored in one little spot, and see what that does. This pole is going to be way overkill for anything that I get, unless catfish hits, or I don't know. I had a 9-pound bass hit out of this lake once too, but just to up our chances a little bit, we're going to throw that out there too with the minnow on it. Close look at them here. Oh, they're quick. They look like little bluegills, kind of. The little sunfish. And they get about as big as any other bluegill, but they're a little bit fatter and their appetites are insane. They'll attack bait as big as they are, so I don't know. Interested to see how this goes. It is like 90 something degrees out here too, so probably not the best, but we fish through anything. Just so you guys can see how vicious these things are. I'm just gonna plop them right down in here, see what happens. Did you see that? These things are vicious. They're like little pond piranhas. And already getting hit. I'm more interested in the bobber than the fish. Missed him. Still got my fish though. Let's see if we can catch one on just a jig. They're absolutely going crazy for this thing. We're fishing with a jig and no bait. There we go. Holy cow, you guys, we just caught a mud cat on a jig with no bait. That was not the last thing I expected. Holy cow. And these guys are fun to get off the hooks. That was crazy. Just caught a little mud cat out of that pond on a jig and no bait. That was pretty cool. Off you go. All right, enough of that junk. It was fun. Looks like we got a storm rolling in. Temperature just dropped about, I don't know, 10 degrees in the last 5 minutes. So I think we're just gonna stay down in this cove for a second and see if anything comes around. Maybe we'll get lucky. I was walking my dog by this corner of the lake and rolled up on somebody with a 2-pound bluegill right out of this corner. This spot seems perfect. Just gonna go right along this grass edge. I got a hit there, a nice one. This is going to be our one last feeble attempt before we get absolutely poured on. And it's going, hey, there's our minnow that got off. Huh. It's not a good sign he still hasn't been eaten. Well, we're getting rained on, so I guess we're gonna call it short, just momentarily. But if there's one good thing that came out today, we got this nice little topwater frog and a mud cat out of a puddle. Yay. All right, guys, so that obviously did not go as planned. We caught nothing, but you know, you don't always catch fish every day that you go fishing. That's why they call it fishing, not catching. But the day's not over. It started raining on us, but we're gonna go down to the dock and throw some worms out, see if we can get a nice couple of shell cracker or red ear, as people around here call them. Anyway, I better put my seatbelt on. But yeah. We're gonna go down to the dock for a minute with a couple worms and see if we can't redeem ourselves down there with a few fish. Guys, we're back to try and get one more fish before the night ends. At least one, preferably multiple. We caught a catfish on a jig with no bait, which is pretty cool, I will admit. But I wanted to get a nice big red ear or a crappie or a bass today. Let's try to get at least one of them. I think we can do it. We got this. Yeah, thunder's coming in. And the lightning as well. Come on, fish gods, give us something right here at the end. Give us something to write home about. Ooh, that does not look good, not gonna lie. We may have one more cast in us, guys. And that's gonna be about it. We got one more cast in us before we get absolutely hammered. Let's make it a good one. what we got here, guys. Oh, we did it right before the storm. A big old red ear. Look at that. Let me just get this out. There we go, guys. A big old red ear. Beautiful fish. Well, we were originally after crappie. We couldn't get the job done, so we came here looking for this guy, and we got him. Farewell, buddy. Thanks for ending the night strong. Alright guys, I think that's gonna do it for our very first ever YouTube video. I've been trying to think of a good name for the channel. I think we're gonna go with Evan's Antics. You let me know what you think about that. Stay safe and we'll see you in the next one.